Hey there folks, I'm the Serious JG. Welcome to a new Let's Play for my channel. Uh, Despite what I know you're all hoping, which is that it'll be pre-Justice League or possibly SpongeBob, I noticed that Boba the Vulture and Bean, uh, well specifically Boba the Vulture since he's generally the one leaving comments, is almost at the end of Mass Effect 2 as I record this. Probably will be at the end of Mass Effect 2 by the time this is posted. And considering that like 2/3 of the way through my Mass Effect 2 recording, I was still making jokes about, I wonder what, well, not jokes, comments. I wonder what Bobo would make of this if he was watching it. Well, he's now almost done, and he started way behind, so I guess it's time for me to play Mass Effect for the interwebs. Now, I feel like I should make, if I'm trying to appeal to a broad audience of new subscribers or whatnot, the last thing I should do is talk about Bobo uh, viewing my LP late or whatever. But in fact, the Mass Effect LPs, as much as I've enjoyed recording them, it's a heavily LP'd game. I don't think the world was waiting for me in particular to LP it. And I've got a lot of people who are fans of my channel who like to watch me play the Koei stuff. So the Mass Effect games are just kind of there, and I still enjoy them. I hope you'll enjoy them too. But for anybody who hasn't seen the exciting end of the Mass Effect trilogy and has been following through on my channel, I'm going to do pretty much what I tried to do in Mass Effect 2, which is pretty much a 100% playthrough. I'm going to try to get everything. All the DLC that actually has story content, I'm doing. None of the multiplayer. Um, and I'm going to start a new character in this playthrough. I haven't played this game in a while, obviously not since I started LPing the more recent Mass Effect games. And the Galaxy at War, Galactic Readiness Rating. There's all these different regions of space. They are all set at 50%, because this is, UK Chaos 9, whatever. It did something, that's good to know. That's why I don't accept friend requests anymore. Friend requests start popping up all over my LPs. Like the social aspect of it, which I don't really care about. So this 11 UK Chaos 9 is they're going to keep reminding you about whatever he did repeatedly. But yeah, Galaxy at War is part of the multiplayer world. The story will make it clear that certain parts of the galaxy are safer than others, but it's all pretty much gone to hell. You can see the Reapers slowly but steadily, so they're not really a lot of question about what's going to be happening in the game here. But that's all the multiplayer stuff, and I think they made some big effort to tie it in with the main story. And to get the good ending, it's easier if you've done stuff in multiplayer, but you don't have to do anything in multiplayer, and none of the endings are all that good. I guess I shouldn't be spoiling it, but Mass Effect 3 is famous for having a huge anticlimax of an ending, considering it's the third game in this epic franchise. But they did go back and expand on the ending. Like there was a free DLC where they put in some more stuff in the ending to try to make it feel more good, I guess. And I played through the first time intentionally without downloading that, so I could see the shittiness of the original ending. So when we get to the new ending, I'll try to fill you in on the differences as best as I can remember them. But for now, we're going to start a new game, and we're going to import our Mass Effect 2 character. And our Mass Effect 2 character is, of course, oh, not Jane. I was going to go with Jane Shepard. That would have been wrong. Yes, it's John Shepard, the Soul Survivor Infiltrator. Because Infiltrator, I guess, is when I made him that uses sniper rifles. Either way, it's a newer profile. I mean, I don't even know if I was LPing back when this original John Shepard got made. So this would be the one. He saved the Rachni Queen. He rescued Ashley Williams on Veermeyer. See, it won't let you change these decisions, but you can actually change. Like if you're starting a new career, you can go back and write some of the past stuff. I saved the Rachni Queen. I rescued Ashley Williams. I chose to save the Council. I saved Malon's data. I don't even remember who Malon is. I think he was the researcher who was doing like immoral research on Krogan females to see if he could whiff females. that's what happens when you start to say women and switch to females for some reason. I kept Rex alive on Virmire. Like, you've got one Mass Effect 2 decision in all this bullshit. Okay, now we get destroy the collector base, because I guess you have the option of keeping it. Survive the suicide mission. It's a suicide mission! And I didn't lose any squad mates. I romanced Ashley in Mass Effect 2. I romanced Tali in Mass Effect 2. And, I don't know. I guess the last save, 70 hours and 18 minutes. Jesus, that's a long time. That was the one that concluded with me saying, trying to get Garrus to talk, and Garrus telling me that, he had calibrations to complete. So yeah, I'm doing an awful job introducing this. If you have not watched my previous Mass Effect LPs, I'm really not doing a hell of a job introducing it, but you'll get the feel for it as we go. I had a lot of fun with the fact that if I had played through the game previously, I guess when you're playing as female Shep, at one point I'd even romanced Garrus, and that had probably been the last playthrough I'd had of any of the games before, I went back to Mass Effect 1 to Let's Play it. So I had this notion that Garrus was this, like, textured character with a lot of dialogue, and he is a pretty textured character, but when you're playing as male Shepard, he doesn't really have a whole hell of a lot to say to you. So, anyway. But we are going to import John Shepard. I think we'll have a chance to tweak his stats and stuff anyway. I know that at the beginning of Mass Effect 2, we were able to take a John Shepard and just, like, change a lot of stuff, because he just... The way the classes work from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2 saw some pretty significant changes. And from Mass Effect 2 to Mass Effect 3, there's a lot less difference. The basic combat mechanics of Mass Effect 2 hold more or less in Mass Effect 3. Yeah. Oh, I remember now. We had again, spending way too long before I get down to the point, but when we Let's Played Mass Effect 1, I had a goof. And, what we did is I played through the whole game with a set of decisions, and then at the last minute there was a goof with my save, and I ended up pulling up an old save and finishing the game with a soldier John Shepard instead of the infiltrator John Shepard we'd been using. And I think the biggest difference is that Fist, the low-life criminal on the Citadel, on my on-screen playthrough, he was murdered by Rex, and then in Mass Effect 2 he was still alive because I had imported a Mass Effect 1 character where Fist had survived. But I just did it because, and I pointed that out, I did it because it was going to be the most convenient way to do it because of the goof of the save. So anyway, this time we're actually pulling the actual save. And of course the other big joke from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2 is because of an actual glitch in Mass Effect 2, no matter how you treat, or whether you use the Paragon or Renegade, Ultimate Paragon or Ultimate Renegade way to treat, oh god, I'm blanking on his name, the weird, creepy, obsessive fan who follows you around in Mass Effect 1. In Mass Effect 2, he acts like you took the Renegade path, which involves punching him in the face. And we'll meet him in so that was an actual glitch. And by the time Mass Effect 3 was being made, BioWare actually knew that there had been a mistake, and that people had called out on forums and message boards and stuff. Hey, no matter what you do with this guy, no matter what you did in Mass Effect 1, he always talks about it like you punched him in the face. And if we meet him, we'll see if anything comes of all that. But in fact, we were nice to him, because I'm Paragon Shepard, who's just basically a pussy, except that he uses Blue Smurf dialogue to talk people into following his path. So that was an awful lot of talk, and now we're ready to get into the action. Caution, this game consists of 80% talk. Regardless of how I LP it, there's a lot of talk. So we're going to accept his imported face, which is the default face, because I never adjusted it. But I can customize his appearance. Alliance Headquarters Active Duty Reactivation Protocol. Oh, I guess he got drummed out of the military for hanging around with Cerberus, but they brought him back to life, so I guess he felt he owed them a solid. So I can change his class. So let's whip through the classes again. Yeah, there's probably not going to be a whole hell of a lot of action in the first video of the LPing, folks. I'm just throwing it out there. That's how it's going to be. Soldiers, pure combat specialists. High-level operatives are outfitted with ocular synaptic processors. They get adrenaline rush, which basically puts you into bullet time for a little while, for a very short amount of time. Infiltrator, that's what he was, and unless I really see something I don't like, that's what we're going to stick with. Tech and combat specialists cloak themselves. Yep. Apparently that drove Bean through the wall, that I would be like going around cloaking and using sniper rifles even though it was close combat. But the whole point is I'm supposed to be trying to use sniper rifles, and the game just doesn't give you that many chances to do it, and I'm trying to force it in there. Their inventory is stacked, baby, with a wide variety of weapons, equipment, powers, deadly at any range, but particularly with the sniper rifle. Yeah, that's what I like. That's how I like it. Vanguards are high risk, high reward combat style. They do a biotic charge. I don't even remember what the hell that is. Oh, I guess you just do like this sort of psycho-crucial attack. Maybe if I do, if people are interested and they push for it, I might do the whole Mass Effect series again with Renegade Femshep. There's a lot of games out there that I haven't played. It seems silly to go through this entire lengthy series again, but I could be talked into it, and if so, I'd probably have to make her biotic just to do something different. Sentinels are unique. I misread it. I thought it said unique, boring tech and biotic abilities. No, bringing tech and biotic abilities. They're the ones who, in the original Mass Effect, their whole thing was that like their combat skills are worthless. You get both kinds of quote magic. You know, tech and biotics are like this game's futuristic equivalent of like different trees of magic, kind of, and they're the ones who they can do both kinds of magic, but they suck at combat. In this game, they have advanced shieldings. Armor you got special tech armor or whatever. They're probably pretty useful now that like all classes have the ability to withstand a certain amount of firepower in this game. There's no class that just like withers instantly under fire like this potentially happens in Mass Effect 1. Adepts are biotics. Okay, so they get all the different kinds of biotics and shit, and they get what is their special power that only they can use? They are outfitted with micro singularity. Okay, so nobody else gets singularity. Alright. And engineer was what I think I actually had my last non-videotaped for the internet run was it's not videotaped, I'm recording straight off the computer, but yeah, I think I had Femshep as an engineer, which was nice because in this game any class can use any weapon. The infiltrators power, like they have powers that are associated with helping with the sniper rifle, but anybody can use the sniper rifle in this version. Since Mass Effect 1 days, I think pretty much every class can use every weapon to some degree. No, that wasn't true in Mass Effect 2, was it? Anyway, Mass Effect 3, anybody can use any kind of weapon, but the difference between the classes kind of degrades a bit. But engineers get like the different combat drones and shit, which they're kind of like the closest this game has to a zookeeper, and they're not really that close to being a zookeeper. But we're going with, why do you have like glowing or green circulatory system and you have like muscles? Either way, we're going with Infiltrator, which we had last time. Accomplishments give me access to the following bonus powers. Oh, this could get tricky. Because I've been through the game before, I've unlocked bonus powers that we wouldn't normally have access to yet. Carnage. Rip target to shreds with this vicious blast. Marksman. Proximity mine. Fire this sticky mine into traffic. Decoy. I remember who gets that power. And I think I got the power by being friends with them, and they're a mild spoiler who they are for people who don't already know, so I won't talk about it. Defense drone, holographic drone to electrocute enemies within its firing range, energy drain, Inferno grenade. Oh man, I'm trying to use that Mass Effect 2 just for fun, and it sucks. Unless it's gotten a lot better. Reeve is a... It wouldn't really... Oh, I didn't realize I could make Shepard do this. Anyway, Reeve is a biotic power, and my shepherd in this LP series so far has never had biotic powers. Stasis, warp ammo. Warp ammo can be useful. I think I gave him that, even though it's supposed to be a biotic power. I kind of cheated a little bit and just saying, oh well, somebody put biotic power into his bullets for him. Barrier, defense matrix. Purge the currents to restore shields. Oh. Fortification, armor piercing. Slam. Let the boys be boys. Dominate is an incredibly useful power if you just want to fuck with the AI, but again, it's supposed to indicate that you have like an incredibly high-powered biotic to use this power. So it's kind of yeah. Flare. Focus and expand all biotic energy to release a huge flare that throws enemies with its range, causing massive damage. A lash. Latch on enemies with biotic lash to rip them off their feet, dealing moderate damage. We have to go back because I don't remember what powers I start with. I get Disruptor and Cryo ammo. I get Incinerate, Tactical Cloak, Sticky Grenade, Sabotage. Disruptor ammo is good against synthetics, so I guess I'll try to get a ammo power that's good against biologicals. I'm not sure why I have as few choices I have. I mean, I thought based on my friendships with some of the... Wouldn't I have, like, Shredder ammo from being friends with Lizard Assassin Ninja Guy in the last game? Warp ammo. Let's cheat and use warp ammo. Blast opponents already lifted biotics for damage bonus, so it's good if you're biotic. It increases weapon damage, damage to barriers and armor. Armor piercing ammo, more damage to armor. So warp ammo is better than armor piercing, even though armor piercing makes more sense for me to have when I'm a non-biotic dude. Then again, I could just go for cryo ammo as my ammo that I use. I've already got it, and then I could give myself another power. Boost weapon accuracy and firing for a short time. I could try for Inferno Grenade again. See if it's better in this game. I could just accept the fact that the bonus powers aren't that big a deal unless you pick one of the really cool biotic ones. And move on. Most of this stuff is good against... Marksman might be good, but it might throw off my firing rate. Proximity mine. I have no idea how much damage that does. Reinforced armor, protective currents. I don't know the difference between these two. Oh, fortification is also gives you melee damage. Yeah, all the really good ones are biotic. Yeah, this is just turning into the least interesting. Screw it, I use warp ammo. It's a little bit of a cheat, but it's not as big of a cheat as like suddenly giving Shepard the ability to like grab people and lift them into the air with his mind. But it does barriers and armor. Otherwise, I've got nothing that's good against barriers, which can be kind of a pain. Though, what is this good against now? Oh, it won't let me actually look at at what those powers do. But I think cryo ammo can snap freeze targets, but it's not especially good against anything. Cryo ammo is kind of rough because it does neat things to targets that have had their defenses already ripped down. But like, I don't think it works on stuff that's armored or has barriers or shields. So only when they're down to their last health bar will it even work. And by that time, against a target that's worth the trouble and is really dangerous, you're already there. Oh, I've got sticky grenades. Maybe I'll just throw in Inferno grenades and have like different kinds launcher. Now, that's really stupid. I've already got a grenade power. Fuck it, warp ammo, let's go. Too much talking. Earthborn. Soul Survivor is the one who's clean. Holy diver. Holy diver. It's a black and a blue coming after you. Holy diver. Sorry. Yeah, so let's accept. Choose edit. Choose enter to confirm my status. Sure. I have to consider whether it's time to call it a video now. Because it took me 4 fucking ever to choose anything. Electronic Arts presents, in association with Westcom, a BioWare production. And I am going to pop my head out and see how long the video is. I got another 10 minutes.
How bad is it?
Bad.
Bad, or bad?
Deep space outposts. There's something massive on long-range scanners.
It's a big bad.
Is this what Shepard warned us about?
I'd stake my life on it.
Good, because I think your life's pretty much on the line here.
Not long. I sent word. The fleets are mobilizing.
Ooh, shit's going down, folks.
God help us all.
Just change my computer volume. I don't think that will affect you guys. In 2157, humanity discovered it was not alone in the universe. 30 years later, they found a peaceful place amongst dozens of galactic species. This idyllic future is overshadowed by dark past. 3% of machines return. The galaxy paralyzed by indecision, unable to accept the legend of Reaper's fact. One soldier sees the legend come to life, and now the fate of the galaxy depends on him. Okay, I probably had a little more time to slow down there, since the middle of that second paragraph was just a complete SX3? Is that like... Whoa, that... Oh, it's tough to say. It's flying pretty rough there. I forgot about this. I haven't played this game long enough that there will be details I don't remember, which is always fun, actually. It's nice to be mildly surprised by stuff. The SX3 is like the sex ship. Look at that kid down there playing. I remember when I was a kid. I was a sole survivor, Earthborn.
Commander, you're not supposed to call me that anymore, James.
Not supposed
to salute you either. We gotta go. The Defense Committee wants to see you. Sounds important.
So I'm not a commander anymore? Did I finally get promoted? Be about fucking time. You saved the universe twice.
Couldn't say. Just told me they needed you. Now. Anderson?
Is this one of these planets where everybody is ultra cut?
Maybe a little soft around the edges. How are you holding up since being released?
What are you talking about? I'm ultra cut. Everyone
so
is on this
bad
planet.
once you get used to the hot food and soft beds.
We'll get it sorted out.
What's going on? Why is everyone in such a hurry?
Admiral Hackett's mobilizing the fleets.
Buddy
I'm
Hackett?
guessing word's made it to Alliance Command. Something big's headed our way.
The Reapers?
We don't know. Not for certain.
What else could it be?
If I knew that.
We should have prepared more. Sir, I hope you'll forgive me, but in an LP that will be full of such moments, this is my first opportunity to stare at you at great length, while you continue to stare back, and time freezes until the player character makes a decision. Something big is approaching. We don't know what it is. What else could it be but Reapers? Well, Shepard, they might have finally come up with a new idea for the series after, 2 solid games. They might finally... No.
You know we're not ready if it is then. Not by a long shot.
Tell that to the Defense Committee.
Unless we're planning to talk the Reapers to death, the committee is a waste of time.
They're just scared.
Well, come
None
on,
of them have
Shepard.
seen the
Talking
use.
them to death is almost
You
certainly an
faced
option.
down a Reaper.
Can't you
Yeah, we
imagine
spoke
that at
to
some
one.
point you'll
Blew
come
the damn
face to
thing
face
up.
with King Reaper and have blue
You've seen
dialogue
how they
options?
harvest us. What they plan to
I'm
do
just
to us.
putting it out there. I'm not telling you that's
You know
how it's
more
going to
about this
end.
enemy
I'm
than
just
anyone.
putting it out there.
That why they grounded me? Took away my ship?
You know that's not true. When you blew up the Batarian relay, hundreds of thousands of Batarians died.
It was that or let the Reapers walk through our back door.
Oh, okay.
I know that, Shepard. And so does the committee. If it wasn't for that, you'd have been court-martialed and left to rot in the brig.
I
That
honestly
your
don't
good
remember.
word?
Yeah, I trust you, Shepard. And so does the committee.
Last
Just
time
a
I
soldier,
played this...
Anderson. I'm no politician.
Sorry.
I don't need you to be either. I just need
Who's
you to
that
do whatever the hell it takes
huge
to
guy
get stop
behind
the
us?
Reapers.
So we blew up that Bacterian outpost and
They're expecting you to, Admiral.
thus prevented the Gradius series from ever happening, because those were Bacterians, right?
Good luck in there, Shepard.
Oh, Batarian. That's Batarian. See, I want to pause.
Anderson?
It's not letting me pause. Who might you be?
Shepard.
Ashley.
Oh,
Lieutenant Commander?
hair's different.
How'd it go in there?
I can never tell with them. I'm just waiting for orders now.
Did you use the appropriate blue
Lieutenant
dialogue?
You hadn't heard.
Did you quote Tennyson?
No, I hadn't.
Sorry, Shepard. It's been... well...
Okay, I was talking. I didn't hear what the big shocking thing was, but there's something that happened that Shepard doesn't know about. I want to throw back though for a second. I mean, it's one thing that this game has not learned from the most recent Metal Gear games is that as talky as they are, they have mastered the idea that you can pause in the middle of one of these long dialogues. Great for LPers, because what I wanted to call out is Shepard was apparently grounded and lost his ship, even though it wasn't an Alliance ship. He was grounded and lost his ship because of the attack on a Batarian outpost. And the Batarians are, while they're not friends with humanity, I guess there's no open warfare. And yeah, it's be like Picard starts attacking Romulan outposts, he's gonna get in trouble, right? Bringing it into the whole Star Trek universe. You know, in case you can't relate to the Mass Effect science fiction, I'm going to bring it into Star Trek science fiction. But anyway, he attacked a Batarian outpost as part of the DLC. The one where at the end we face like a big scary Reaper hologram. Because the Reapers had taken over these people's minds and they were going to try to bring back the Reapers early. And we we blew up the Mass Effect relay that they were going to use to call the Reapers back. And thus killed like a whole planet's worth of Batarians. When I last played Mass Effect 3, I hadn't done that DLC, and I can't remember for sure, but I believe it just treats it as though it happened. There are some DLCs that they can ignore, like if a character who's related to that Bring Down the Sky DLC from Mass Effect 1, where Batarian terrorists had sent an asteroid on a collision course with a human colony world. If you never buy that DLC and you don't do that mission, same thing goes for the DLC about the training facility. Nothing ever comes up about it in any of the other games. It's just like it never happened, one way or the other. But that one, I think they treat it like it happened, and even if you don't play it through it yourself, it's like the story's unaffected, which is kind of it's a bit of a cheat. It's kind of like they've gotten to the point now where they're selling DLC on stuff that's actually story critical. BioWare has been beaten up a bit by the gaming community for that, and yet we're all still buying the games. So, but anyway, I think what happened is Ashley got promoted, and we hadn't heard about it. So now she's like embarrassed to see us again because we had formed the Beast with Two Backs way back when, and then she got all pissed because we joined Cerberus, and who knows where things could go with Ashley in Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 2, they couldn't really go anywhere. But yeah, it's Mass Effect 3, baby. All odds are off, or all bets are off. Anything can happen. You could have a little love triangle with Ashley, Shepard, and Tali. It might not even be too late to pull Miranda into this shit. Who knows at this point? But it's still good to see Ashley. I would think, considering that Shepard's a stand-up guy and Ashley's problems with him centered around things that were pretty legitimate, like the fact that he was died and brought back to life by a ruthless terrorist organization, he would be willing to be friendly at this point.
That's okay. Just glad I bumped into you, Ash.
Me too.
I'm glad I bumped into me too.
Admiral.
I'm wearing a weird little one piece with pants under it. Yeah.
You know the commander?
I used to.
I know the commander better than you do, baby. Well, I sure hope I do. Maybe you and the commander know each other better than I think, and there's things about him I don't know. Yeah, the big, huge cut dude is a romance interest, potentially, if you're female. I don't think it's possible for male Shepard to explore that one.
What's the situation?
We were hoping you would tell us.
Fine.
The reports coming in are unlike anything we've seen.
Just read all my old
Whole
reports
colonies
that you
have gone
ignored.
dark. We've lost contact with everything beyond the Soul Relay.
Whatever this is, it's incomprehensibly powerful.
You brought me here to confirm what you already know.
Uh-huh.
The Reapers are here.
We already knew that, but still.
Then, How do we stop them?
Konami code.
Stop them. This isn't about strategy or tactics. This is about survival.
Okay, so how do we
The
stop them with
Reapers are more
survival?
advanced than we are. More powerful, more intelligent. They don't fear us.
Certainly more intelligent than you
And
are.
they'll never take pity on us.
But there must be some way.
There is a way. And you'll find out what that way is next time, folks. Okay, so yeah, we're at one of these meaningless dialogue trees that just kind of vaguely builds Paragon or Renegade points. I'm just going to assume that you guys know a little bit about Mass Effect as we're playing the third game here. But I also am going to assume that you're okay with me ending the video since it's gone to about 30 minutes. When we come back, I'm not going to have a lot of agonizing decisions about my character build to make. And by agonizing decisions, I mean like one concerning bonus powers that I dragged on forever. So hopefully we'll be able to progress a little bit more efficiently. Whether that happens or not, and whether I continue break off to go, you'll see in the next video of Let's Play Mass Effect 3. I'm the Mysterious JG, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time as Shepard delivers pompous speeches to people who, for some crazy reason, didn't believe giant space robot lobsters were going to kill everybody. Who looks stupid now? See you next time.